Ho ho ho, and welcome to Christmas Eve. Yup, it's Christmas Eve. Tomorrow's Christmas, and for Christmas Eve, it's only appropriate that we look at um the terrible 8-bit ports. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. But here's the thing: it's kind of hard to find these Christmas games, okay? And I gotta save the best for last. Of course, tomorrow's Christmas. So suck it up and enjoy the video. After all, I'm Sega Slayer Claus, and I make the choices. Hey Slayers, I'm the world's coolest Sega enthusiast, Sega Slayer 64, and welcome to Home Alone for the Sega Game Gear. Well, not just Home Alone, we also have Winter Olympics, but I thought it'd be fair to look at the 8-bit port since, not gonna lie, it's kind of stupid. Wait, you can choose the song in this one? That's weird. It's kind of stupid that I didn't have it's not that I didn't have an idea today, it's just that, you know what I'm saying, gotta save the best videos for the end of the week, not to Christmas Eve. Although it is Christmas Eve, and I hope you're having an awesome Christmas Eve, and depending on when you see this, it could be Christmas already, it could be Christmas Eve, which it could be years from Christmas if 2020. But anyway, I hope you're all having a good Christmas Eve. I'm actually recording this the day before Christmas Eve, but it's technically Christmas Eve because I'm recording this at 1 a.m. for whatever reason. I'll tell you why. So I don't have to work on Christmas or Christmas Eve. Yep, I'm already Christmas's video is already recorded too, and you know what I'm saying, it's so that way on Christmas I can just upload it and I don't have to do any work. That being said, I'm trying to make this a little bit of a fast video, so let's get right into this. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is this game is almost exactly like the Genesis version, although it looks a lot worse and plays a lot worse. The first thing you're going to notice is, right, the game's clearly 8-bit, right? And it still revolves around you placing traps to... There's a thing that I don't like about this game, right? And I'll tell you what it is. You have to decide where you think Marv and Harry are going to go, which kind of sucks because if you don't decide right... Oh, I'm out of those, right? Let's go with, you only have a set number of traps per, level, so I'll just place as many traps as I can in the first house. But then the thing is, I actually realized that it doesn't matter how many traps you place. Marvin and Harry, actually, you need to defeat them each time in each house to win the game, which is actually kind of stupid considering they don't refill your traps per house, you know what I'm saying? And there's a robot in here for some reason. Why is he here? Am I dead? Is there a robot? This is the futuristic house, right? The first thing you're gonna notice is the game is a lot more pixelated. Right? Kevin is just Kevin is Kevin. I don't know what he is, but he is just terrible looking in this game. Really, there's still a lot of things that can hurt you in Marv and Harry, but actually, I don't actually know where they are. It doesn't tell you in this game where they actually are, so I don't know where they are, and I'm trying to look now to see if I can see where they are. We have 5 houses, and it doesn't tell you. I don't think it tells you where they are, or at least it hasn't ever told me, but maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Also, let's just mention that it makes a terrible sound when you're sledding around. Listen. I mean, that is just terrible. Courage L, root. Oh, but it doesn't tell me where they are. You see what I'm saying? It just does not work. It's not very intuitive, first of all. And second of all, hold on, we don't want to go in the house. I said no. I didn't say yes. I said no. I said no. Go out. Go out. See, it doesn't, again, it suffers from a lot of the same problems as the first game, as you'll just see them gaining loot, right? But I don't know where they are. They're not here. So where could they be exactly? You know what I'm saying? So we'll go look down here. And they might be in the mansion. Maybe they have a set pattern. I don't know. They never seem to have a set pattern. They always just seem to go for what they want to go for at that specific time. So you have to. I hate the. You're playing a game of cat and mouse here, trying to look for these guys. And even when you do find them, you don't have time to place. The amount of time you get still sucks. Like in the. Just like I said in the other review, they're in the mansion. Of course, that's the first house they go for. But just like I said in the other game, in the Genesis review, the amount of time you actually have to go around to these houses and place traps really sucks. First off, is that a magnet? We actually have one. Yeah, the amount of time you actually have to go around the houses and place traps is very terrible. Essentially, hold on, we'll go ahead and see if we can get that loot up there. No, really? Oh, that's Marv! That's Marv! That's Marv! Run! He didn't get me. He didn't get me. The amount of time you actually have to go around these houses and place traps really isn't fair. You'll never have time to get to every house, and even if you do, you really won't have the amount of traps that you need to get to every house and ensure that they actually got that safe to ensure that you can stop them. And they only, even when you do stop them, they come out of nowhere. Like, look how fast he got up. I didn't even have a chance to get halfway halfway up the stairs, and he was already up. And look at their loot. They get loot so fast. You will almost never be able to beat them in every house, right? It's like extremely hard. It's like extremely hard. Like, look, they get up and run so fast. Really, this game just suffers from a lot of the problems the Genesis version suffers from. Just with worse graphics, worse music. The music really gets annoying here. Like, really, the AI is like 10 times harder. And look, they won. You lose, and it's over. What are you gonna do? Use a magnet? I'm actually fast forwarding the game. I don't know which house they went to now. See, and you can see there's 4 houses down because they flooded that house. And when they flood, it actually turns blue for some reason. Did it go here? Where did they end up going to? Oh, there they were. I saw them. Did they go down here? They're at one of these houses. They're not that one. So that only look at the loot bar. Look at the loot bar. And I know that's fast forwarding, but even without fast forwarding, they just speed through, and you almost never have a chance to have looted the old house. Look. Now where are they gonna loot now? Where are they gonna go? I already saw what house. I already knew what house they were gonna go to. Right? Oh no, they didn't go here. They actually went to the house over here. But just you'll never have, really, being honest, this is almost the exact same game as the Genesis version. Just you again will not have time to do anything, and it freaking sucks, really. It does, and it's not worth it. With that being said, do we really need to, I don't think we really have to go back. I'll pause and I'll be back with Winter Olympic. Okay, now that we're back, I forgot to say, I would rate that version of Home Alone even worse than I rated the first one. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 1 out of 10. It's just not fun, okay, first off. It still feels like the first one, whereas the first one was more mediocre. This game is just boring, terrible. That version of Home Alone, it's almost the exact same, but worse. The CPU is even faster than it is in the Genesis version. The music gets gets really annoying later on. Like, just hearing that same song for like every minute, for like the whole game experience is just boring. You'll never have time to make it to each house to stop the wet bandits fully, first off, and they almost always are. And if you do go in the house to try and defend them, defend against them, they will almost always destroy you. That being said, 1 out of 10 for that game. So let's see how good old Winter Olympics fares for the Sega Game Gear. So first off, we'll go with Full Olympics. And, okay, well, it doesn't save your progress. That's first off because I was playing this earlier when I wanted to test out how it would work. So they're going to make me re-enter my name again. We'll try and be as fast as we can with this. There's the G. Yeah, they're gonna, really, they should, I thought there was a save mechanism here, but I guess now we know there is no saving in this version of the game, which is terrible. The Genesis version, when you would reset the cartridge, would actually save for you. This version does not appear to do so, and it can get very annoying. That being said, you're gonna notice one thing. Almost everything's exactly the same as the Genesis version, but in a worse way. I want you to pay attention to the graphics. Just look at them. Now, one thing I actually can say, this game is a little bit better than the Genesis version in the fact that I got disqualified. Never mind. Look, as soon as I started recording, I didn't get disqualified once, and I really mean once. When I was playing this, like, normally, I didn't get disqualified once in any of the games I tried. Soon as I try here, I get disqualified. That being said, wait, why is he not going? Oh, is he going? There we go. That being said, the game here isn't actually hard. It's actually very playable, and while I wouldn't recommend it, it is playable. As you can tell, it runs at literally like 3 frames a second, which is not bad for a Game Gear, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, look, it's a lot easier than the Genesis version. That being said, I can give it that credit. And in turn, it kind of makes it a little bit more of a fun experience, whereas like the Genesis version was like extremely hard and I couldn't really recommend it. This version is a lot easier and a lot more playable. I would totally recommend you go out and try this one. It's actually a lot more playable for some of the games I can say at least. Whereas with the Genesis version, things were just like totally fast paced and you would almost always get disqualified for the littlest mess up. Here, this game is a lot more forgiving, and then I guess that has a lot to do with the fact that you're on way less powerful hardware and you're only working with 2 buttons, whereas with the Genesis you're working with 3. I mean, the game here technically has 3 buttons with that one little weird button, but at the same time it doesn't really have 3 buttons because not too many games utilized it. This game does, I think, utilize it a bit, but not too many games utilize that button. So technically, whereas the Game Gear was limited to like 2 buttons, this one, see, you can actually get through. While I didn't come in first, I still came in fourth. I didn't get disqualified, and that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? So it is possible. Whereas in the Genesis version, you'll remember I couldn't get halfway through this, which was just totally freaking annoying, and it made the game just a lot less fun. You still have the same old mini Olympics training, blah blah blah, same stuff you had before. You know what I'm saying? All the same games. You know what I'm saying? You got all the same games here, as you can see, that you had before. Just a lot less fun in a lot of cases. Now, I do say I kind of prefer the graphics here. Wait a second, I kind of prefer the graphics here for the Game Gear version. That's just because I love Game Gear games. I'm not even gonna bother changing anything. I just want to get into. Oh, it's gonna make me do snowboarding again. The graphics here are playable. That much I can say about the game. I'll give it that. The graphics are playable, you know what I'm saying? Whereas they could be a lot less playable in other places. Look at this. This just intro part alone was like, look, 5 frames a second. What is he doing? He's not even moving. There we go. It took him forever. To actually do anything. It runs like so slow that you would never have a chance to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if I'm trying to get myself to die and I can't die. Did we actually win? Probably not. Oh, nope, we actually lost. But you understand what I'm saying here. The game is completely... It's better than the Genesis version. Really, that's all I can say. Not too much to be said here. This is really just the Genesis version in 8-bit form. That being said, these games are... That being said, I actually rate this one a little bit higher than the Genesis. Coming in at... I think I rated the Genesis, what? A 5? Right? Maybe a 4. I'd rate this one about a 6. It's that might be on par with the Genesis. You can let me know down in the comments. But it's a lot more playable, a lot more fun, and just overall a lot more easy. I'm not gonna say it's fun. It's definitely, I wouldn't say this is fun. It's not how I would spend my time. But if you're into like the Olympics and winter sports in general, this is a better version than the Genesis version. That much I can say. Also, I think both Home Alone and this game have Master System ports, I think. Yeah, they do have Master System ports, and you can play these on the Master System. They're just the exact same as the Game Gear versions. I just was not thinking about the Master System when I was thinking about filming this, so that's why there is no Master System. That's why there is no Master System port. But that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. If you're new here, if you could subscribe, that'd be really awesome. We're trying to reach 200 subscribers, and you'd be helping us out a lot. Make sure to share this video with your friends to become a Super Slayer. I've been the world's coolest Sega enthusiast, Sega Slayer 64. And until next time, have an awesome Christmas Eve, and hopefully an awesome Christmas. See you, Slayers.